Everybody settled? Do you have any adjustments?
No, I just wanted to note that the paving bid did come in. And I sent it
Okay.
earlier today, but yeah, it was ready for.
Okay, well, we can get that on the agenda. Yeah, good? Okay, good evening, council. It is Tuesday, April 7th. It is 6 p.m. and I'll call this regular meeting of the Berry City Council to order. First item on the agenda is adjustments to and approval of the agenda. Have you got any adjustments?
No adjustments, Mr. Mayor. Just a note that it was warned to have contracts for approval that the paving bid would come in after the packet went out, and it did hit your inboxes today.
Yeah,
we were just checking the references, and we were good to go with the apparent low bidder. So
Okay, it's good. Looks really good. Council, any changes to the agenda or adjustments? Okay, hearing none, a motion to approve the agenda would be in order.
So moved.
Thank you. It's moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, thank you very much. Council will move on to item 2A on the agenda. I'm presenting to you Resolution 2026-05 in recognition of Spalding High School State Wrestling Championship. Would you read the resolution into the record?
Absolutely. A resolution in recognition of the Spalding High School wrestling team, whereas in February 2026, the Spalding High School wrestling team won the Vermont High School Wrestling State Championship. And whereas to become champions, Spalding dethroned 36-time champion Mount Anthony, ending a national record, making reign and crown the first new Vermont state champion since 1988. And whereas Spalding's victory was decisive, having scored 236.5 points to Mount Anthony's 195. And whereas this is Spalding's first wrestling championship since 1984, whereas Spalding's wrestler won individual state championships in their weight class. Wesley Churchill, 160-pound state champion, Noah Dunster, 165-pound state champion, and Maxwell LaPearl, 190-pound state champion. And whereas the Spalding High School embodied the word team with 12 wrestlers placing at the state championship tournament, the only team with double-digit wrestlers reaching that milestone. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Berry City Council that the members of the council commend the Spalding High School wrestling team upon its 2026 state championship and congratulates wrestlers Wesley Churchill, Lucas Colby, Caden Mason, Grady Thurston, Gavin Cook, Gavin Winnie, Michael Grasso, Michael Marcellus, Logan Slater, Noah Dunster, Caleb Orr, Maxwell LaPearl, Charlie Berry, Alex Posabat. Additional team members, Aiden Lemieux, Aiden Trombley, Andrew Breer, Andrew Halleck, Levi Lamore, Lucas Willis, Nova Eberly, Wyatt Fuller, head coach Darren O'Meara, assistant coaches Mick Karen, Matt Thurston, Taylor Lozier, Trevor Bell, Nick Pierce, and Hunter Cuero, and volunteer assistants Carter Dickinson and Philip Maurice. Be it further resolved that the City Council extends to each of the members of the team our sincerest wishes for their continuing success academically and athletically. And be it further resolved that a copy of this resolution be placed in the permanent records of the City of Barry, and that a copy be transmitted to the members of the team, the coach and staff, and to Spalding High School by the order of the City Council this 7th day of April, 2026.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
It's moved and seconded. Any discussion? Better not be. Hearing none, all those in favor of the motion as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, motion carries. Congratulations, gentlemen. Okay, if there's more. Coach, why don't you come up for a minute? Anyone will do. Have a seat. Yeah, fantastic, thank you.
Testimony?
Yeah. You got a great-looking group of guys here. Some of you look like you're 30.
Some look younger.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about this team? I mean, you coached them, how they developed,
Yeah.
we've been chasing Mount Anthony. Heck, Mr. Karen back there has been chasing Mount Anthony for decades.
Yeah. Well, it's a special group, and obviously, you know, they did something that hasn't been done in a long time. A lot of it comes down to leadership in the athletes, leadership in the coaching staff. You know, the coaches have been building this for a while. So, you know, everybody's become aware in the last few months, you know, that the program's in pretty good shape. But really, we had to knock on that door several times in the last 6 years for that to happen. So, you know, I credit the coaches a lot and the athletes buying in and really buying into development, technical development, not just being content with, you know, their athletic ability, but, you know, being students of the sport, continuing to grow their skill set, coaches as well. I credit a parent group that has done a lot to fundraise and support our, you know, ambitious schedules. And, you know, the community's gotten behind us. These guys get a fair amount of praise in the paper. They get supported at their, you know, local events. We get a fair amount of fans that come down to the matches. And yeah, I mean, just, it takes a community to pull that off. It isn't something that one coach or even, you know, a handful of athletic individuals coming through the program at once can do that. It takes years of support from 100 people probably to make that happen. Supportive athletic director, supportive administration at the school, supportive middle school PE teachers that have let us go in there and introduce the sport to the kids. And so it takes a lot of people.
Fantastic. And you've got some, you know, you talked about development, you've got some wrestlers who are recognized academically, correct?
We have two this year, Gavin Winnie and Alex Posa, both recognized as academic.
Are you both here?
See Alex.
Well done. You a senior?
Yes, I am.
You're a senior? Then come on up, because I know you've got 4 graduating seniors this year.
Yes.
So that means like, okay, so the rest are juniors, sophomores, so should we make the appointment for next year now, or? Alex, tell us a little bit, and the other seniors, I want you to come up too and just tell us a little bit about yourself and So where are you headed in, in 4 months?
MMA.
What then? Well, you can just grab a chair, just pull that other chair right up.
No, Max, you're the team captain here.
What was the question?
Just, what are your plans?
Work. I got a job over at DMS, so I think I'm gonna continue there after high school.
Menace to you.
Absolutely.
I know Byron very well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. He's a great guy.
Great family, really a great family business, great people, and he values, there's nothing Byron likes better than seeing a young man like yourself come into his shop, work a year, and make six figures.
Yes,
And they're,
exactly.
yes, and they're doing it, so good for you.
Yes, thank you.
So next year, I'm going to be going down to Merrimack College in North Andover, Mass. I'm going to be majoring in nursing.
Nice.
So plan to do that for the next 4 years and then take it from there. So
Fantastic. Well, I was going to say, can I twist your arm and make you come back to Vermont when you're done? Because we need good medical professionals, but I'm not going to touch your arm, dude.
well, I was going to say my grandmother's probably, my grandmother might make me come back here. I don't know, but
Fantastic. And
I'm graduating from CVCC, so I'll either be following the plumbing trade or electrical. I'm not
Nice.
quite sure yet.
which one do you think?
I haven't really decided. I think I'm leaning towards plumbing.
Yeah? Do you know Jeff Gould?
I know of them.
You know of him? So my number is 793. I'm not kidding. My number is 793-1033.
Write that down.
Yeah. And
Try
seriously,
automotive.
give me a call anytime and I'll make sure I'll introduce you to Jeff. I'd love to do that for you. 793-1033. Got it? Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
So do you think MMA, the rise of MMA has brought you more involved in wrestling, or were you involved before that is? Because, I mean, at MMA, you need probably 60 to 70% wrestling skills. And that's really made wrestling become quite a, as you can see down there, they have their own network of doing that. Has that been an influence on you at all or not?
I want to, but mom says no.
yeah, same. No, but I really think, I think the first time I figured out about wrestling was I saw it on TV. It was NCAA's.
Okay.
It was during the winter, so I think that's the first time I got exposed to it, and I just kind of like picked it up from there.
Fantastic.
Good.
Well, I wish you all every success here. You know, this is really something for the whole city. When we win a state championship, and to the moms and dads who are supporting them, I know how much work goes into the team dinners, following them around, making sure they're getting to bed early, making sure they're observing good habits. Some of the best times of Karen and my life was when Alex's Spalding High School football team won back-to-back state championships. I mean, and, you know, to this day, Alex is 32 now, and he's still very close with a lot of his teammates. So these are going to be some of the best years and best experiences of your lives. Good luck to you. Thank you again.
You had one job.
Well, Cheryl you threw me under the bus.
No, you go.
All
I'll
right,
hand them out.
I'll hand them out.
Don't blame the
Do
rookie.
me a favor, he's going to stand right in front there. Do me a favor, guys, the camera will pick you up. Just come up, grab one from Councilor Bergeron, and when you do, just bark out your name if you don't mind.
Oh, they're so shy.
Gonna line them up here for a picture?
Name.
Yep.
And come line up here for a picture, a team picture.
When you finish up.
Just up
Just
here in
right
front.
up here in
Yeah.
front
Stand right in
of
front
the
of us.
podium.
Mikey, Polly, Leslie, Colby, Lucas.
You guys can back up a little bit, don't worry about it.
We don't bite. Yeah, no, you got a ways to go. You can scooch back. We don't need to be in the picture. Definitely not. MMA
There is.
Are we supposed to be in the picture?
I don't think they can see us.
Okay. Amanda. Beth. So are you gonna be in the picture? I was texting my brother. You wouldn't.
That's fine, I just,
Squeeze in like you like each other.
Not on the front.
Okay, you gotta squeeze in. Coaches, why don't you come in the front?
Are you our photographer now?
I volunteer.
Thanks, guys.
all right.
There you go.
Thanks for coming in tonight, guys. Mr. Hoare? If you lost that number, let me know. Lose his number, let me know. Thank you all.
We won it every year.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Mick. Keep up the good work, Mick. Absolutely.
Kick butt.
Hey, Coach, did he have enough, they had enough resolutions?
Oh, yeah, I think Jeff handed that
extras?
stack. He's got a whole stack
If you need extras, let me know. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Council, we're going to pause for just a moment before I move on to visitors and communications, if that's okay.
Wow, the room seems cooler already.
I think Nicholas turned on the AC.
Yeah. It was warm in here.
It was cold when we got here. That was a correction. Nicholas, what does that little thing up there, set up professional audio, mean?
Set up professional audio and audio settings.
That, I don't know if it's an extra setting, but we're coming through.
We're okay?
Yeah,
Okay,
we're
good.
coming through.
Okay, council, we'll move on to item 3 on the agenda. This is visitors and communications. Anyone wishing to address the council regarding an item that is not on the agenda? Yes, Byrne Rhodes.
Well, wasn't that fun? I haven't seen so many young boys in one place, all so happy. It was great. I'm here for my annual Tick and Lyme Talk. About 6 or 7 years ago, I think is when it was, when Lucas Herring was mayor. We got to know each other, and he asked me to come in and speak to city council about ticks and Lyme disease. So you all know about it now, because I try to come back every year. I have some new booklets. They're the same. They also have an edit in them, Keep the Tick. And some posters to spread around to the different buildings and workplaces. And some handouts of tick cards. And why do I come back? I come back because it's such a debilitating disease, and Lyme disease is. But it's not the only thing that ticks are carrying now. So we all need to be more careful when we go out. Climate change has really pushed ticks up here. Some people are really getting aware of the illness that's caused by Rocky Mountain ticks. There's not very many of them here, and it's not here too much, but it can be deadly, and it makes you allergic to red meat. Now, if you're a steak and potato kind of person, that's going to be a problem. The book says, throw your tick away, crush it, get rid of it, do whatever. But I'm encouraging everybody, if you have a tick, even if it's just a loose tick on your clothes, you can freeze it, you can keep them, and at some point, if you ever want, you can send them away for testing. Lyme disease is supposed to have a tick on you for 12 to 24 hours, but all of the other long lists of illnesses can make you sick having a tick on embedded for 5 minutes. And having a tick on you, I mean embedded, not just on your clothes. So here you are. If you have any questions, you know how to get in touch with me.
Thank you, Brent.
Nicholas, should I leave this?
Yeah, if you want to
of
leave
course.
them right
On the
there on
table?
that table, I'll grab them on the way out.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And I really appreciate it when I see City Hall, you have posters and things. And I know that you're working more with making sure all of our workers, and that was what brought me here first, was the emergency workers and all of our DPW people that are going out and into the ditches and brush and places like that. So thank you for making them aware. And Tess and I are trying to figure out how to get a little grant so we can get people tick removers. If you don't have a tick remover and you have a tick, you can actually tie a little string of dental floss around it or some thread and just pull and then gently tug it out. And you can also make little notches in your credit card or another card that you have and use that as a tick lifter if you don't have anything else handy. That's new this year.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If I may just
Yes.
briefly add to that. Thank you for this, Bern, and thank you for also calling attention to tick-borne illnesses that are not just Lyme disease. I think people think of Lyme disease as the most common one. But Councilor Deering had recognized Music Month at the last. I just recently found out that my old cello teacher and orchestra conductor is very, very ill with a tick-borne illness I had never heard of.
Anaplasmosis, Ehrlichia, babesiosis.
I've heard of all of those. It was something I've truly never heard of. It's been profoundly debilitating. And it's been very sad, but it's really useful to call people's attention to tick-borne illnesses that are not just Lyme, and that you should be thinking about, so.
They're out there more. And there's a lot we can do to prevent it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address the council regarding an item that is not on the agenda? Yeah, of course you can.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for allowing me to be here tonight. You have to forgive me, I got to put on my glasses because I am getting older. If you don't remember me, I'm Officer James McGowan, formerly the Berry City Police Department. Came here to I'm going to read a prearranged statement so that I don't unnecessarily waste your time, because I know the business you folks deal with is very important, and we'll go from there. So the purpose here is to set the record straight regarding my March 2025 resignation from Berry City PD, to defend my honor, reputation, to provide supporting documentation of my defense, to request fairness, transparency, and accountability from Berry City officials. A little bit of my background. I'm a graduate of Norwich University, class of 2007. I served as a first lieutenant United States Marine Corps, serving 2 overseas deployments. I have served as a Vermont State Trooper for and for the almost last 8 years, I served as a patrol officer for the Berry City Police Department. I'm a 4th generation law enforcement officer in my family with over 100 years of dedicated police service. Incident history: on 12/20/2024, I arrested a fleeing felon in Berry City, which required the use of force after the subject resisted arrest and assaulted me. On 12/23/24, I was placed on administrative leave by Berry City officials on an allegation of excessive force. On 1/15/25, the Vermont State Police concluded there was no evidence of excessive force after investigation. On 1/16/2025, the Orange County State's Attorney's Office cleared my 12/20/24 use of force actions, stating Officer McGowan's exercise of force was reasonable and that his use of force was necessary to defend himself. On 2/4/2025, a second internal investigation ordered by the Berry City Police Department by Windsor, Vermont Police resulted in a substantiated finding that excessive force was used. On 2/13/2025, Berry City recommended my termination. On March 9th, 2025, I was pressured to resign for fear of losing my health care benefits if terminated while my 5-year-old was undergoing a serious invasive medical procedure at the time. The city scheduled my Loudermill hearing for 2 days after his procedure, knowing I would be focused on my son's care. I resigned to ensure my 5-year-old's safety and treatment was not affected. On March 5th, 2025, Berry City Police filed an Act 56 complaint with the Vermont Criminal Justice Council, also known as the VCJC, the state entity that regulates law enforcement actions and certifications. The Act 56 complaint outcome. On 12/16/2025, after a 6-hour hearing at the VCJC, all charges against me were dismissed with prejudice. I was completely exonerated by unanimous 18-0 vote the first time in VCJC history. An order of dismissal was issued. I was not even required to present a defense, as a directed verdict was issued by the council, and the state presented their case, including testimony from the internal affairs investigator, a use of force expert, and Berry City Police. The merit/findings of the IA investigation were dealt with during the hearing and will not be re-litigated here, as the VCJC is the controlling entity. Personal commentary, excuse me real quick. Personal commentary. For almost 1 full year, my family and I lived a horrific daily nightmare. The emotional, physical, psychological, reputational harm and financial pressures were almost unbearable and never-ending. On administrative leave, I could not work any overtime and were severely affected financially. My legal defense fees cost thousands upon thousands of dollars. My wife and 2 sons were severely affected at home and in school. My son's unable to understand the magnitude and stressors every day and odd interactions in the Berry community. I was shunned at work, intentionally embarrassed by Berry City Police officials in front of fellow officers. City officials provided negative comments to local TV, podcast, and press media, and volunteered a 8-second video clip of the police encounter lasting 8 minutes and 17 seconds, all before the 12/25 VCJC hearing. I was unable to respond or defend myself at the time due to my pending hearing. That restriction no longer applies and will be addressed in the media moving forward. Please note, I did have the strong support of the local Berry community with a petition drive to reinstate me signed by more than 900 residents post VCJC 12/26/25 hearing. Even after the unanimous 18-0 vote and dismissal of all charges, city officials continued to disparage me. On 12/18/2025 and 1/6/26, a city official provided negative commentary to your council that the VCJC was incorrect in their decision and that the city stood by their initial findings, while providing 2 supporting documents. The city official conveniently failed to inform the council that those 2 documents were presented as evidence at the 12/16/25 hearing, as well as the IA investigator and the use of force expert extensive testimony over 6 hours. The unanimous verdict clearly shows that both the testimony and supporting documentation were either completely rejected or not viewed credible by the entire VCJC board. Despite the unanimous decision, city officials still appear unwilling to accept that over 25 law enforcement professionals in Vermont, the VSP and the VSP, BCI command staff, Orange County State's Attorney's Office, and unanimous VCJC full council all agreed the use of force was reasonable, negating the initial findings of Berry City Police, Windsor Police, and resulting in complete exoneration. Regarding supporting documentation, and if given the opportunity to present prior to the directed verdict on 12/16/25, I would have introduced 2 documents of my own. Those documents being an expert report from the former colonel around the state police and a PowerPoint produced by my attorney, both of which were stipulated to evidence at the 12/16 hearing. For your review, bear with me 1 second. Okay. Next page, excuse me. Please note this report cites the 2/13/2025 Berry City letter and the 3/5/25 Act 56 complaint as containing false or misleading statements, repeated critical omissions of material facts, and repeated examples of Berry City PD's failure to identify or disclose exculpatory evidence, resulting in my due process rights being repeatedly violated. Those concerns will be addressed in a separate legal forum. I will provide copies of both reports to any council member interested in reviewing. Berry City Police unfair disciplinary practices. Lastly, I contend that I was subjected to a different level of discipline in my 12/20/2024 event compared to other Berry City Police use of force cases, which appear to be significantly more egregious than mine. I was placed on administrative leave almost immediately for more than 5 months, subjected to 2 separate investigations, and had an Act 56 complaint filed with the VCJC by Berry City Police. I was accused of striking a subject 3 to 5 times in the face and head area with empty hand strikes, later deemed authorized by VCJC. So the subjects suffered a bloody lip. On 12/27/25, the same subject was arrested by 2 Berry City police officers and resisted arrest, as in my case. Records show one officer struck the subject in the head face area at least 17 times. The subjects suffered facial fractures. Body camera is available upon request. On July 28, 2025, a subject was illegally riding a bicycle on a Berry highway, also known as Vermont Route 62. 2 Berry officers detained him. Subject was non-cooperative. After being handcuffed with his arms behind his back and while on the ground, the subject was pepper sprayed. Pepper spray usage was later criticized by a VCJC certified use of force instructor as improper. The body camera is available, but the body camera links on YouTube are no longer available for reasons I will not discuss here. It is my understanding that in both cases referenced above, no disciplinary action was taken, no administrative leave was issued, and no internal investigations were opened. And no Act 56 campaigns were filed with the VCJC. Both use of force cases were approved by Berry City Police. That is the end of my presentation. Does anyone have any questions at this time?
Counselor?
Let's start off with, so from my understanding, there was 2 committees, for lack of a better term, that the police chief of Berry used to look over your case, correct?
The Vermont State Police and Orange County State's Attorney's Office, sir.
Okay, and they both came back that you did not use excessive force, correct?
Yes, so the Vermont State Police did the investigation. The Orange County State's Attorney's Office did the analysis. They said the force was reasonable and there's no and it was justified for use of self-defense. Also, the Vermont Criminal Justice Council voted 18-0.
Well, I'm gonna get to that.
Yes, sir.
So we have 2 committees that were picked by the Berry City Police Department with the chief that came back that you weren't guilty.
Yes.
I'm putting this in pretty easy terms.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it didn't end there.
No, sir.
So then they wanted a different answer, so they went out and they hired another independent source, which was because I actually saw the deposition. She was moving to Florida. And
Yes, sir.
so she gave a deposition that it was excessive force, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Fast forward, it goes to the highest court, so to speak, the Vermont judiciary. And not only did you not present if I'm correct, colonel as a witness,
Yes, sir.
before that happened, they had a recess and 18-0 found, and this is the important part, if people don't know the legal term, without prejudice,
Yes, sir.
which means everything's wiped. It's clear, there's nothing there,
Yeah,
it's done.
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Okay. Number 2, you're stating facts of other officers, and I appreciate the fact that you're not mentioning names, because I'm sure they're.
Because I'd gavel you
Associates.
down in
I'm
a
sorry?
New York minute. Because I would gavel you down in a New York minute.
What's the matter? No, I'm not putting names.
Okay.
No,
Don't.
I'm just saying, do you have backup? Do you have backup stuff to prove those incidences? Because I don't want to throw someone under the bus
Those incidents would be easily discovered through a FOIA request to the city of Barry, sir. Those incidents, the dates were July 28th, 2025, and then December 27th, 2025, sir.
And one of them is the same perpetrator, so to speak.
Yes, sir, the incident
I'll mention
on
names.
December 27th, 2025.
Okay, so we've been going down this road for quite a while now, and you actually gave your resignation. That seems to be the main reason,
Yes, sir.
but now it's comes to a fruition that you did it for the sake of your child.
I did it to protect my 5-year-old son, yes,
Because
sir.
I don't know the insurance programs that the police have, but if you didn't resign, you would have lost that, correct?
Yes, to give some context, my son has, and forgive me, I don't know the medical terms, he has viral asthma, which makes, when he gets sick, his respiratory systems go haywire. He was having a procedure done inside of his throat in middle of March or so. The decision was made to hold a hearing about 2 days after, and I was told repeatedly that if I go to the hearing, I would be fired, and that I would lose medical benefits at the end of March of 2025. So what I was told was if I submit a voluntary resignation, I would be paid and retain benefits through, I believe it was till either May 1st or June, sir. Without hesitation, I resigned from the city of Barry, not because I did anything wrong, but simply to protect my son, because without the medical benefits, I dare not think what would happen to him.
When this all happened, what was your rank?
I was a patrol officer.
Corporal?
Nope.
Below?
I was the lowest rank possible.
Can I reach out, Officer Tucker? You're a sergeant, correct? Do you think Officer McGowan's an asset to the police department?
Officer McGowan is a fine officer.
I'm sorry?
Fine officer.
Okay, I'm gonna really make this right to the end.
Yes, sir.
So after all you've told us tonight, and what you've been through, and I don't doubt it, if they're offering you your position, you'd love to stay in Barry, Vermont because you're committed here, is that correct?
I would come back. in
Putting
a
you
heart-
on the spot,
I would come back in a heartbeat, yes, sir.
and everything's forgotten, and we start a new chapter.
I just want to be closer to my family and serve the community I once loved serving, sir.
And I'm done.
Thank you. Any other questions, council? Yes.
What do you think that it would take to get your current position back with the city of Barry?
What would it take?
Sure.
From me or from someone else, sir?
Just in general. If you were to apply for the position, do you think that you would get an interview? Like we currently have open spots for the police department.
Yes, I'm aware that a candidate from the city of Barry just dropped out of the academy today, so there's another body lost. I don't know who is exactly in charge of approving me rejoining the department, but I'm beyond qualified and ready to go, sir.
And I guess just for the council's edification, I mean, you understand that as a city council, I hope you've all read the charter. So I think you must all understand that we have zero jurisdiction in this matter. We have a city manager, we have a police chief, they make the hiring and firing decisions. And you and I have had this conversation
Yes,
before,
sir.
James.
What I would say, Mr. Mayor, is the chief and the city manager stand by their decision, but they're disagreeing with the Vermont State Police, Orange County State's Attorney's Office, and the Vermont Criminal Justice Council. So I'm not sure I understand why they stand by their decision when you had the two top state agencies say essentially that I did nothing wrong. That's all I want to get on the record, sir.
It's on the record.
Thank you, sir.
You know, we have a
Anything
hard
else,
time
counsel?
getting people, we have a hard time getting 1,000 people to vote in the city. We have 1,000 there standing behind you.
Thank you, sir.
hires the chief?
I'm sorry?
Who hires the chief and the city manager?
Who hires them?
Correct.
The city council.
So you're over all of them, but have no say in this matter?
We hire them. If you read the city charter, while we hire them, we can certainly terminate them. I mean, the manager serves at the will of the council. We do not hire the police chief. We do not hire anyone below the city manager. That's not the function of the Berry City Council, or any city council that I'm aware of.
All due respect, I'm just curious, what training does our city manager have to say whether excessive force was used in a police situation?
What? I'm sorry, ma'am? I didn't hear your question.
What training does our city manager have? Have they been through police academy to determine whether or not excessive force was used?
No, I'm not aware that the city manager is certified in law enforcement.
Okay, so.
Yeah, thank you. Anything else, council?
Something irrelevant, but I have to say it. It's kind of funny. About 2 months ago, I was watching a movie on Netflix about an FBI agent who infiltrated the Philadelphia Mafia as an FBI undercover agent, and his name was Mike McGowan. It's James' father, and he's in the audience right here, and my hat's off out to you, sir.
Any other questions? Thank you, James.
Thank you, sir.
Council, we'll move on to the consent agenda. I'm sorry, is there anyone else under visitors and communications who wishes to address the council? Okay, hearing and seeing no one, we'll move on to the consent agenda. Council will be approving the minutes of 3/24/26. Do you have any licenses you need to issue?
None.
Okay. And we will be authorizing the city manager to execute contracts. We have, I believe, 3. One is for a police department cruiser that was in your packet. TIF improvements associated with Stevens Branch Apartments. He'll be signing that with All States Construction. That is $1.2 million. That is a $1.2 million contract, and that will be coming from the TIF bond proceeds. And then the fiscal year 2027 paving plan, that's a TBD. We'll be reviewing that later in the meeting. And that is approximately $800,000 that will come from the Capital Improvement Fund and the voter-approved allocation based on projections and available resources. Motion would be in order. Thank you.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion as presented, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, thank you very much. Council will move on to item 4A on the agenda. We'll be approving the city warrants the week of 4/8/26 and ratifying the week of 4/1/26. A motion would be in order.
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor of the motion as presented, please signify by saying aye.
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 And those opposed,
I'd like to abstain.
abstention is noted. Thank you very much. Ms. City Clerk, it's all yours.
Good evening. I have just 3 things I'd like to speak about. They're kind of all related to the election. The annual town meeting election is scheduled for Tuesday, May 12th. Absentee ballot should be requested now if you have not already done so. Please remember, this has to be done annually. It just doesn't roll over from year to year. Request every year. Secondly, let's say when the warrant is approved tonight, my goal is to have the ballots ready for the week of the 13th. We're working with Al Brown and trusting that they will keep up with the prompt service so we can get those mailed out probably midweek of the week of the 13th. And thirdly, and I'm going to put this out quite often,
What was the date
probably,
again? I'm sorry, the date that you want them to mail out, the 13th?
I'm hoping, no, the week of the 13th. Yeah, I'm guessing they'll be there midweek. Thirdly, and I'm going to say this probably at every council meeting, the temporary polling place is going to be Alumni Hall, second floor. I am putting everything on Facebook, Front Porch Forum, our city website. I will probably put a few ads in the Times Argus, and we will have as much directional up at the polling site just to guide people more to the right versus straight towards the auditorium. And yeah, you'll be hearing that probably every meeting until the election.
That's okay. So can you, so, I mean, the only, and I think Alumni Hall is fine, as long as you can get people there, folks who are, have mobility challenges. I mean, is there any way, can you put a tent? I mean, it's May. Could you have a couple of BCA members and, I mean, are you allowed to do that, or would that be a violation of something?
I would have to inquire about that, but I don't.
I mean, I know you can actually send.
For voting
You can
out.
actually send 2 BCA members out to a car, for example, as long as there are 2, and they can go out to a vehicle and they can present a ballot to a voter. They have to, obviously identify them, but that's legal, isn't it, Carol? So,
The challenge is the check-in table, and you couldn't have sort of like an auxiliary check-in
gotcha.
downstairs. You could do all your check-in downstairs, or you could do all your check-in upstairs, but you couldn't do sort of split.
Yeah.
So the BOR is not available at all?
I mean, it's,
That'd be perfect. It's flat, easy to get.
Well, I
in.
mean, there's turf laid down, there's so many obstacles on the floor itself, and the layout just isn't.
I disagree with the mayor that Alumni Hall, you're gonna have some issues with people getting in and out.
well, there's an elevator, but it's
full service
directing them to the elevator.
Yeah.
And I'm just,
And I do intend on having somebody at the door to direct the people.
That's what I was
who
just
need
going to
to.
suggest and ask if there's a
we'll
hybrid.
be okay. I mean, we've done, I mean, heck, we've done drive-through voting. That was awesome.
That was pretty great.
I think it would be, Cheryl and I haven't had an opportunity to talk about this yet, but I think it would be appropriate if there was a BCA member or a pair down on the ground to call up.
Yep.
To the BCA table up in the room and say, I have so-and-so, they could get checked off the list, and the ballots could come down, we could.
Yeah, some kind of runner system.
Yeah.
Oh, we'd have walkie-talkies.
Yes.
Oh.
Golf cart.
Papa
Well,
Bear.
Amanda, unfortunately, you can't work this far.
That's right. Oh, shoot.
Okay, wait,
You're awfully
excited.
You started with the walkie-talkies and then you took them away from me. Just
Took
like,
them away from
like
myself.
that.
Sonia can play with them.
No, I can't. No, she can't.
Oh, no, you can't either. Oh, my God, no, we're not giving you a walkie-talkie.
Okay, folks, we're out of control.
If you had an iPad, you could do facial, so you can prove that that's who they are. Because it could be voter fraud.
Okay.
All right, so anyway.
Sorry I brought it up. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Okay, thank you very much. Anything under liquor and cannabis control? Okay, Mr. Manager, it's all yours.
Thank you, Mayor. A couple updates for the council.